and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. My name is Dan, and we are back. It's been a couple of weeks. Since we've had any Premier League football, since we've had any FPL, but I'm pretty happy to be back. You know, I've missed this. I've been waiting for this. I enjoy cup football. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, nothing quite beats Premier League stuff. Maybe World Cup stuff, maybe Champions League stuff later on in the campaign. But right now, it's Premier League season, and I'm glad to be back. I'm hoping some of you guys are pretty excited as well. I'm particularly excited because we do have a triple captain opportunity on our hands with a young Mr. Marcus Rashford. So basically, it's going to be a good one. If you guys are triple captaining this week, this could be a very, very nice one. I'm on the triple captain Rashford right now. As you can probably tell on screen, my captain's icon is a little white circle with a C in it instead of a black circle. So, you know, that tells you all you need to know, really. We've got a super chat already from someone random who says, about to lose all my money in the casino. Fair enough, mate. So I thought I'd do my part and support before I run out, Kappa. JK, have a good stream. By the way, you think Pedro Porro will become an asset to have? I can see him playing regularly. Yeah, let's have a look at him in this game week. You're not going to buy him ahead of that Man City fixture, but look, it could be okay. I'm not super convinced by Spurs' defence in general, but look, I think there's got to be some consideration to Porro, but yeah, wait and see, I guess. Wait and see. We don't have to do it straight away, do we? But yeah, enjoy the casino, someone random, and thank you very much for the usual £17.99 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Okay, let's have a look at the chat. I think we've got a couple of members in the chat, which is all good. Jeremy Baker, Giandre, and Dazzle Alton. I'm not sure I've seen your name in the chat too many times before, Dazzle, but you're a member, which is amazing. Made it in time for the start. That's amazing. Off work sick. Hope you get better soon, Dazzle. And cheers to all of you blackcurrant squash drinking legends in the chat. Cheers. Okay, let's get cracking then. We've got an hour and a half till deadline, just under. We've got probably, I don't know, have we got a lot to talk about? We've got a little to talk about. I've already personally made 2 transfers. You can probably tell on screen. I made the 2 transfers I said I was going to do in my video yesterday. So we have gone for KDB to Fernandes. So I know that question is going to come up non-stop today. But yeah, if you're asking if I would recommend doing KDB to Fernandes, well, I've backed it with my own team, so it would be difficult for me to say no. I would say that, you know, over the course of the next 2 weeks, doing KDB to Fernandes and then Fernandes back to KDB, if that's going to cost you 2 -4s to do that, then at that point I would think about not doing it. But if you're just, if all you need is 1 -4 to do KDB to Fernandes and then Fernandes back to KDB, or you can do it without a hit, then I would probably do it. But if you're taking several hits to make this move, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth it because I'm guessing that probably means that you've got other bigger issues in your team maybe. And yeah, it could all start adding up a little bit, can't it, really? Let's see, I guess. Madman at Work is also in the chat here. What's up? I've already used my my bench boost. Should I use the triple captain for a later game week? That's a good question. I still feel like I would still go for now. Even, you know, I know a lot of people saying, I think I'd rather wait for a future game week before using a triple captain. And I think, you know, that's fine as long as you're not got too many ideas of when you're going to use chips in the future game weeks. Let's I did a little graphic, didn't I? A couple of weeks ago. So a couple of weeks ago, week and a half ago. Let's get that up. It's on my Twitter page somewhere. Let's find it. And yeah, we could just talk about, you know, the idea of triple captaining now versus later, because I guess that's a big talking point. Can you guys see that okay? Do I need to zoom out a little bit? A little bit zoomy outy. Needs a bit more, doesn't it? Can we? It won't even let me zoom out. All right, I know what I need to do. Open image in new tab. And that is better. Okay, there you go. There's your graphic. Not perfectly aligned, but we move. Yeah, so here we go. So we got a few noteworthy double game weeks. We've got this one, 23, 29, 34, and possibly 37 as well. Now, the thing is about the triple captainship is because you're only using it on one player, the size of the double game week doesn't really matter. It's not really relevant. It's more about which teams are going to have double game weeks, or more specifically, what players are going to have double game weeks. And with a triple captainship, it's pretty obvious the kind of players you want to use a triple captain on. And it pretty much comes down to which players score the most points. So straight away, we've got Haaland, Trippier, Kane, Ødegaard, Almiron, Toney, Saka, Rashford, De Bruyne maybe. These are the kind of players that you want to be triple captaining. Anyone a little bit lower, just leave it, not worth it. So the players who score the most points are the ones to go for. More specifically, the players in the best form. So if we kind of look at the form table, combine that total points, so you've got the consistency with the form. We can see Bruno Fernandes is in the conversation. We've got Ødegaard again, Haaland here, Rashford's here as well. So players in good form, players who score a lot of points typically, these are the kind of players I think we want to be triple captains. So you kind of get an idea of what kind of players. And if they have a double game week, then the conversation opens up. So this week we've got Rashford, Bruno Fernandes maybe. Next week we've got Haaland. Possibly some of you guys thinking about Ødegaard, or probably not. Let's just be real. It's probably going to be Haaland, right? We got to hope that the likes of Haaland and whoever else has double game weeks in 29, 34, and 37, which is very, very possible. The difficulty is, if you have other chips, are you going to want to use them in 29 and 34? Possibly. That's going to depend a lot on the fixtures within the double game weeks. If double game week 29 is an enormous double game week, it could be enormous. We could see 16 teams double in game week 29. If we do, then that's bench boost prime, or maybe free hit prime, depending on your strategy. Maybe even playing a wild card in one of these weeks as well. And you've got to use them in 29 and 34. 37 I wouldn't worry about as much. There's likely to be a bit of rotation in there. But certainly 29 and 34, these are big ones. These are big ones. So do you want to use your other chips? Possibly. But if you want to leave yourself open to being able to use your other chips in future game weeks, and you say you've used, who was it who said, let's see, it was Madman at Work, said, I've already used my bench boost. Well, you still got your wild card, and you still get a free hit. And there is a possibility you want to use them in 29 and 34. If so, is it maybe better to just use your triple captain this week? Now, triple captain is the least powerful chip. I've said this so many times. It's just not a powerful chip, really. It's not because it can't get you many points. It's more that it's so luck dependent. Whereas the free hit, the wild card, the bench boost, these are not really luck dependent chips. Really. I mean, obviously, with everything in FPL, there's a lot of luck involved, but with those chips, sensible planning, and you can pretty much guarantee yourself results. On triple captain, things can go terribly wrong, and because all of your focus or the power of the chip is in one individual player, things can go wrong a lot easier. When you're using your bench boost, you've got 4 players on your bench. If one of them goes wrong, or two of them goes wrong on your bench, you still got 2 other players on your bench that can kind of make up for it. Similar with a free hit, you're picking 11 players. They're not all going to go wrong, are they? So, yeah, I wouldn't put, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself with triple captain. I wouldn't overthink it. It's not really a chip worth overthinking. Typically, you're only going to gain about 15 points from it. On average per season, 15 points is about right. Sometimes you can do a little bit better if a really good opportunity comes up. But we don't know what the opportunities are going to be. So, yeah, triple captain for this game week on Rashford looks good. 23 also looks good. If Man City gets a double game week in 29 or 34, then that's going to look good. We don't know what fixtures they might be. So, we can have a look at the Haaland's fixtures in 29 and 34. I don't know if that might help us a little bit. 29, it is Liverpool at home. Looks a good fixture right now, doesn't it? And what's the other one? 30, what did I say? 34, which is Fulham away. Not a bad fixture either. But what would be the doubling fixture? Well, it could be, if it's 29, it could be West Ham and Liverpool maybe. Possibly. If it's 34, it could be Arsenal and Fulham. For example, no, not Arsenal Fulham because it's 32. So it'd be Brighton and Fulham. So we could get a double of Brighton and Fulham for Man City. That's possible. That's assuming that the blank fix just moves straight into the next, the next double, which is not always guaranteed. But yeah, there's opportunities. There's always opportunities. But for me personally, I'm not going to overthink it. I know I've got other chips that I know I'm going to want to use in the future. Most likely in or around 29 and 34. Don't really want to use triple captain in 37, which leaves me with 22 and 23. A few of you guys asking for bench list I've seen. I think we could do a... I think I could do a bench list. I think we can do a bench list. I think we'll... But what we'll do is we'll start off... We'll start off with a poll in the chat. A poll. And we'll do a triple captain. When are you using your triple captain chip? And the answers are already used it. Game week 22, game week 23, future double game week. I'll put that in the chat now for you guys. Let me know when you're thinking about it. When are you thinking about using your triple captain? What are you guys saying? I imagine we're probably going to see a lot in 22. I think that's going to be the consensus here. And it's probably going to be, a strong consensus of 22, which I don't think it should be, by the way. Yes, for me personally, I said this on Twitter earlier, some people saying, oh, it's a 50-50 decision. I don't think it is. I think it's a 55-45 decision in favour of Rashford in 22 over Haaland in 23. So that suggests it should be close-ish between 22 and 23, but I don't think it's going to be. I think 22 is going to be heavily, heavily popular. And already seeing in the poll, we're at 62% on 22 and 9% on 23. So it seems like people are heavily in favour. And it could be that that's just like the FPL Mate influence potentially here. Obviously, you guys are here on the deadline stream, which I massively appreciate, you guys. But that probably means that you're maybe kind of, I don't know, listening to my propaganda, I guess. That you maybe listen to my propaganda more than other people. Let's Talk FPL watchers, FPL Focal watchers. I'm sure a lot of you guys watch those channels too, but, those guys both already used their triple captainship. So maybe if you were the kind of people who went to their deadline streams instead, rather than the FPL Mate mafia, the loyalists, the mates, the Blackcurrant Squash Brigade, the show team gang, us guys are probably more likely to say game week 22, right? Because we're in our own little bubble here, aren't we? I love this bubble, don't get me wrong, but we are in a bubble. We're all gaslighted by Dan. There you go. This is what I'm saying. But no, at the same time, a lot of you guys, I'm hoping a lot of you guys already independently come up to the conclusion of Game Week 22 as well, because that's the one I've independently come up with. I'm sure a lot of you guys are exactly the same, but I'm just saying there's more likely to be people in our bubble over here. But I'm not saying that everyone is in that bubble, obviously. Just wanted to make that very, very clear. Very, very clear. But yeah, look, it looks good. I think Fantasy Football Hub is down currently. I'm going to try it again. It's not letting me log in at the moment. Let's just try it again quickly. Can I log in yet? Is it letting me? I think Hub is down at the moment. We'll try it later. Okay, we've got a super chat, a $20 super chat from Steve. Steve, you're a legend. You're an absolute hero, a legend of the game. Hi Dan, love the passion and energy you bring to your videos and streams. It's the most fun at stream for sure. Yes, Steve. Thank you so much, my friend. Happy to have you here in the Blackcurrant Squash Army. Would you start Burn or Ben White this week? Good question. It's a difficult one. I think I would actually start both Burn and Ben White over, well, pretty much any other defender aside from Trippier, Shaw, any Man United defenders you have. I'd certainly start them both over Man City defenders. But if you're honestly on about a 1v1 between those two players, it's a really tough one. I wish I had access to the predicted points tool to bail me out on this one. I think I would go for Dan Burn. I do think both of them keep a clean sheet this game week, but the fact that that Newcastle are at home, I think, edges it for me. But I do think both of those players keep clean sheets, if I'm honest. Both really high chances. Yeah, another thing that kind of puts me off Ben White a little bit is that we have seen him getting subbed early in games. Can be an advantage when it's after 60 minutes, but when it's slightly before 60 minutes, we have seen that a couple of times recently. It's not ideal, is it? It's not the one. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's a chance, right? Dan Burn, you know you've got 60 minutes plus from him every single game week. We've got a home fixture against West Ham. Team that doesn't typically score too many goals. I know they did the business last game week, but you know they haven't been doing that every week. Yes, Everton also don't score too many goals, which is what makes this decision so difficult for you. But I think with a decision that close, you kind of got to be a little bit nitpicky. You know, say, you know, one's at home, one's away. Okay, you take the home player. One sometimes gets subbed off before 60 occasionally. You know, use that as a defining factor. So let's say that really. Jeremy Baker says only over 700 watching, but not even 70 likes. Jeremy, you're so right. Get those likes flowing, guys. If we get to, I don't know, 200 likes, that'd be a nice start, I think. Phil Salmon says, I'm on hub. Okay, right. I can't get in, but apparently you're in, Phil. And Phil is saying, Burner is 4 predicted points. White is 3.8 predicted points. Okay, pretty much a close one as we expected. But yes, Burn edges it as expected as well. So there we go. Hey, maybe we don't need Fantasy Football Hub after all. No, we do. We really do. We really do. Yeah, make sure you use my affiliate code if you're like subscribing to membership. Yeah. All right. I'll keep trying to get in. It doesn't seem to want to. Oh, I think I'm in. Oh, I'm in. Excellent. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Right. In that case, yeah, we can answer some more questions using the using the cop out of the predicted points. Right. Let's do a bench list. Let's get one going. I haven't even like started one. To be honest, I forgot a bench list was even a thing this week. I've been so excited at thinking about triple captaincy. I've forgotten about bench lists. So guys, let's start you off with Burn White. Let's throw in Botman next to Burn. We'll obviously put Botman. We'll start you off there. Let's throw in the other classic bench options. We'll put Andreas there. We'll put some of you guys still have Cucurella. I know you guys always ask me where to put Cucurella on the bench list. You always ask me. Let's throw in Lewis Dunk. And basically, guys, just suggest some players who you think should go in the on the bench list. Just throw them in the chat, guys. Throw them in the chat. What players you want to see on the bench list? All right, FPL Inception has sent me 700 ZAR. What is ZAR? Is that South African currency? And he says, Dan, please take a look at the Solver's transfer plan for your team on the FPL Inception YouTube page. The Solver's transfer plan. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna because I don't know what that is. I'm gonna do a quick Google, or should we just go straight on the channel? Just you know what? Screw it. Let's go on YouTube.com. Let's just have a look. Right, what am I searching? FPL Inception. So this is your YouTube channel. So I don't know how much 700 ZAR is. But we've got yourself a little shout out on your channel, a paid for shout out apparently. I'm doing brand deals without even trying to do them. Oh, what is? My God, what is this? All right, Okay. Right. So this is FPL Inception. You've done a madness. That's £33. Jesus, thank you very much, FPL Inception in that case. What a legend. And you've also made a video on your YouTube channel which solves my transfer dilemmas, apparently. Okay, so let's just go back. Let's go back. FPL Inception, this is heroic. We will come back to the bench list, guys, don't worry. We'll come back to the bench list. But I'm intrigued. You've got me intrigued. You got me hooked, my friend. Right. So you think I should be making a triple transfer of? Oh crap! What have I done? Oh no! I think my page just crashed. Oh, there we go. Of Dunk, Almiron, and Andreas to Gabriel, Mitoma, and Casemiro. And that would be my optimal transfers. This is interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I've already made my transfer, sadly, so I can't take this advice. And then bench Martinelli. Interesting. And then for game week 23, the robot is saying remove Rashford and put in Ødegaard next week instead. So take a -4 this week, Rashford to Ødegaard next week, and keep Casemiro in. And then for 24, this is a madness. Then Shaw out, Reece James in. All right. Do we go to 25? We do. We do. And that involves Casemiro out, Leon Bailey in. Oh, you know what? I know this is the robot telling me what to do. But that's interesting. It's a little bit crazy, but it is interesting, and you can see how that would be. Look, it's not my favorite route. I've already worked out my favorite transfer route. But look, I can see the validity in this one. I can see the validity in this one. It's okay. It's okay. Well, 26. We've got 26 as well. I'd be interested to see if the robot does better than me. Yeah. Okay. So what's this one? This is no transfers used in 25 because my team would at that point be in 26. Sorry, because at that point my team would be class, and we'd have double game week for Mitoma in 26. We reckon, do we? Interesting. Well, FPL Inception, my friend. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Good stuff. Right, everyone, go check out FPL Inception. David says, good advertising for 30 quid. Hey, I appreciate the super chat, obviously, but hey, like, this is good content on its own merit, you know. I mean, obviously it's good to get things under my nose, but you know, I'd recommend this regardless. It looks good. All right, everyone, make sure you go check out FPL Inception on YouTube. I'm going to drop a link to the channel in chat. Yeah, that's really interesting. And thank you for doing my team. That's pretty sick, you know. Councillor, you're spot on. The one thing that I dislike about that is the lack of Bruno. The lack of Bruno Fernandes does put me off that kind of chain of transfers. But look, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, go check out FPL Inception on YouTube. That's pretty sick, my friend. That's pretty sick. And now, as promised, we're going to get back to the bench list. Okay, so. Let's put Mahrez. I think I would go for Mahrez. I like back the attacker. Ake goes beneath like all of these, I reckon. Actually, let's put that one out. Almiron is a case of probably not back in the attacker. I'll probably put Almiron here. We've got another super chat here from Anurag, who says, have Kepa, Dunk, Trip, Shaw, Martinelli, Rashi, Salah, Mitoma, Haaland, Martial, Toney with Akanji, Bueno on the bench with one free transfer. Not a clue what to do. Salah to Bruno Fernandes. Easy, Anurag. Easy. Wait. You got... Yeah. Oh, no. You've got Martial. Oh, okay. Oh, in that case, luxury Martinelli to Ødegaard move. I think I would do that. I would either do a luxury Martinelli to Ødegaard, or I would roll the transfer. I think those are your two options, really. I would possibly just roll the transfer, Anurag. Sorry, I didn't notice Martial up front. Yeah, you can't get... Or, you know, you could do... You could do Toney to Nketiah. Okay, I would either roll Martinelli to Ødegaard or Toney to Nketiah. Those are the three options, I would say. Right, anyway, where were we? So, the bench list. Mitoma, let's stick him straight at the top because he's an absolute legend. Someone in the chat says to put on the bench list White Akanji. I don't think Akanji is, but we'll put him next to Ake anyway. Gonna put him here. Okay. Thiago Silva, let's put him, I guess, here. Ben Mee and we'll put me and Henry together. They play against Southampton, which is a pretty good fixture. I would be tempted to put them here. We'll shove them together. Perraud, not really feeling it. Mitrovic, I feel like you back the attacker with Mitrovic to a degree. Let's put him like here. Or would I? No, I would play him. Nonto, I would put genuinely below Mitoma, but obviously you'd still play him. People saying Fabian Schär. I'm going to put Fabian Schär just above the other. Yeah, no, or would I? Yeah, no. I'm actually going to put Fabian Schär one step ahead. He is a bit more expensive, which is why he's a little bit better than the other guys. I don't think he's worth the extra money necessarily, but if you already have him. Okay, I think we've got most of the big hitters here. We've got Bueno as well, who plays against Liverpool. Maybe there. And yeah, I think I'm saying Kane. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people are saying Kane on the bench list, you know. Martinelli, we'll put Martinelli, I would still put him pretty high. Foden, I don't think I would start. If I still had Foden, he would probably be like here. Harry Kane. Oh, I mean, he would be high. Would he be higher than Mitoma? Let's have a look at predicted points. I'm gonna guess that Kane is still pretty high on predicted points, like higher than a lot of players. I don't think he'll probably be lower than Mitoma, just because of the fixture. Yeah, we've got Mitoma there. But Kane's going to be up here somewhere among all the single game week players anyway. You would have thought. Yeah, okay. 4.7 predicted points. So that's higher than a lot of players still. Higher than like your typical bench players anyway. So we're going to put him... I'm going to put him below Nonto. I'm going to put him there. I would play Nonto over Kane this week if I had both. But look, there is really not too many players that I would, you know, play ahead of play ahead of Kane. We got there in the end. Really, there's a lot of other players that you're probably thinking about benching that I would bench before I bench Kane, is what I'm saying. Toney, like, you're not benching Toney really, are you? I'm guessing Toney is slightly higher predicted points than Kane as well. Where are you, Toney? Let's just go... Oh, yeah, he is. I just saw him there. See, one of my big decisions is whether to take a -4 and do Toney to Nketiah, which I still have time to do if I want to. Nketiah is predicted slightly higher. Well, I say slightly higher. 0.9 more predicted points than Toney, which kind of tells me maybe I should go for Toney. But something about the Toney Pulis Everton side makes me back Toney a little bit, I guess. Thing is, Southampton have good defensive numbers recently, but they cannot back them up with actual clean sheets. And Toney only takes a penalty, and it changes things. Ferguson. What's Ferguson's injury status? I actually forgot to check that. I meant to do that today. Yeah. Still no answers. Yeah, I feel like the fact that... Oh, what page am I going on? I'm lost. Benchless. The fact that he's kind of still might be injured. You would say that if he's injured, he's injured. If he's not, he's not. So maybe you just play him and see what happens. I probably would not be playing him ahead of some of the more seasoned. Or would I? Let's throw in Ferguson here. If he's injured, he probably plays 0 minutes, right? Did I say Tony Pulis? I meant Sean Dyche. Why did I say Tony Pulis? I guess it's because they're just the same manager. Like, Sean Dyche is just Tony Pulis too, right? Why did my brain go there? I don't know. I mean, Sean Dyche. Is Tony Pulis even still managing? I need to know this. Is he still about? No, he's not managed in a couple of years now. Is he retired officially? Don't know. Can't find. I don't think it said anywhere. Former. Okay. I think he's still. I think he's still in the round. So if Sean Dyche doesn't work out at Everton, we've always got Tony Pulis to fall back on. Just putting that one out there. Okay. Someone's begging me to put Robertson in here. Do we really need to put Robertson anywhere? I mean, I feel like Liverpool defenders, you just... I guess it is a good fixture, but still... Like, Robertson would still be down here. I don't trust Liverpool at all. Can we see Salah predicted points? Yeah, go on then. Go on then, since you asked so nicely. Salah's predicted points for this game week is... It's going to be high because it works on, like, previous year's data and stuff. 6.9 predicted points. I would say that very much depends on Salah actually finishing his chances, which I don't think is a guarantee. Apparently I missed a super chat. Let's have a look. See if I missed any. Oh, I have missed a super chat here. I missed a couple. Okay, Daniel Skevin says Toney out for Nketiah from -4. Daniel, I wish I knew. Currently, no. I'm not doing it, but I'm not against it. That is to me a 50-50. That whatever I do is going to go wrong. So I'll tell you what. If I keep Toney, you sell Toney for Nketiah, and then at least one of us wins. Unless they both get 2 points, and then it's just like L's all round. Nick Kyle says, hi mate, 81 points in game week 21, up to 8k, and 99th in South Africa. Amazing, Nick Kyle. Congratulations, man. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. Can you get to number 1 in South Africa? That's your question. Right, and then one more super chat here. Let's just come in. £8.99. Thank you very much, Mr. Ross Wheeler. You're a legend. You're giving me his team here. I have De Gea, Kepa, Trips, Akanji, Shaw, White, Bueno, Rashford, KDB, Martinelli, Eze, Andreas, Kane, Haaland, Toney. 2 free transfers. There's nothing in the bank. What's the best transfers I can make? Happy to take a -4. Cheers, Dan. Well, Ross. Eze is straight away screaming at me as a player you can probably afford to remove. Like, obviously, you're going to play De Gea, Trippier, Akanji, Shaw this week. Sorry. De Gea, Trippier, Shaw, White in defence. Then you're going to have a midfield of Rashford, KDB, Martinelli, and Eze. Eze is an obvious weak spot there. Then you've got Kane, Haaland, Toney. So, you've got nothing in the bank. So, a Toney down to How much is Eze now? I think we're a bit short, aren't we, for off the move, I'm going to suggest. Eze is 5.5. So even if you downgraded Toney to Nketiah, Toney is... What was that going to free up? Like, all right, 7.7 down to... Was he 6.7? Yeah. So you can only free up 1 million by doing that. So that will, won't leave you quite enough to get in a... It won't leave you enough to get in an Arsenal midfielder, will it? Damn. Okay. Then do you... do you downgrade someone else? This is a difficult one, Ross. All right. Hear me out. De Gea to Ward. Eze to Fernandes. And Tone... No, that's... And then Kane... I was going to say then Kane to Nketiah. Would that be enough money to do that move? So, yes, you get rid of your double game week player, but you replace him with Fernandes, another double game week player. You get to keep KDB for the following game week. You're going to play Kepa probably most weeks anyway. So, De Gea is not going to be in your long-term plans. He blanks in 25, so you're not going to want him then. It will give you Fernandes, who is predicted to score a lot of points this game week. It will give you Nketiah for the double next week, and will complete your Arsenal triple up for next game week. You get to keep your triple City as well. And you get to get rid of Eze as well. So yeah, okay. Ross, -4. De Gea to Ward. Or Meslier. Maybe. Nah, maybe not. De Gea to Ward. Eze to Bruno Fernandes. Kane to Nketiah. Boom. Boom. Took me a while to work that out, but I like that one. Craig says Darwin Nunez on the bench list. Most certainly, my friend. Most certainly. Let's put Darwin Nunez. Let's put him... I feel like if you have him, you probably start him, don't you? Yeah, let's put him there. But he is a player who's sinking down the list. He could do well. Yago2 says Walker. Please and thank you. Yeah, I'll put Walker pretty low, to be honest. I'll put him next to Perraud the Fraud. Brad Carroll, £4.49 super chat, legend. Have triple United, Rashford, Martial. I like it. Want Bruno? Should I do Mahrez to Bruno and then no? Don't like it. Don't like it, my friend. Brad, I would roll that transfer, and I'll tell you why. Because Martial has got 11.4 predicted points according to the Hub Algo. He's only predicted to get 150 minutes of game time, which sounds about right. But that's only 1.4 predicted points less than Fernandes. Even if you're like a little bit off here, like even if Martial scores, I don't know, maybe Fernandes gets 13 points and Martial gets 9 points, you're still up because you've avoided taking a -4. And you've avoided having to get Mahrez in, and you've saved a free transfer. You're still going to have to get Nketiah in next week, probably. So that's going to have to happen next week, right? But I don't think I would do it this week. I think I would just wait one more week and do Martial to me. I think Martial will outscore Nketiah this week. If I had a choice between the two, straight up, and could have unlimited Man United players, I'd choose Martial over Nketiah right now. For this game week, anyway. Mahrez, Hokey Cokey... Look, like the KDB, Mahrez, Hokey Cokey with Bruno Fernandes is absolutely fine. It's absolutely valid. But I feel like if you've already got your United triple up already, and your third player is actually pretty decent, Martial, fine. If you already have him, don't think I'd switch him for Fernandes. Casemiro, if you already have him, probably wouldn't switch him for Fernandes. De Gea is kind of up to you. I probably would. I would maybe switch him Fernandes, maybe not. I know I advised the other guy to do it, but that was because of the situation of his team, and you get to get rid of Eze, so that's a different scenario. Some of these players I wouldn't switch with Fernandes. I would say Varane, Martinez, you'd maybe keep them. I'll say anyone lower than that, you probably do switch him. But Martial, no. I would not switch Martial to Fernandes as part of a triple up. Where is Mings? I can't even remember who Aston Villa played this week. Leicester, home. All right, let's put Mings in. Do you think Nonto starts both games with Rodrigo out? I think he would start both games either way, to be honest. I'm worried about his game time longer term, but I think you're fine for this game week. Rick says Nketiah bias, Kane is the better long-term option. Both Nketiah and KDB have double game weeks next game week. So to have both of these players means you get extra fixtures the following game week, right? Without having to do a hokey-cokey transfer. So it's definitely valid. Like, I considered selling Kane over De Bruyne myself, but it doesn't work with my particular structure of my team. Because I need to get rid of Toney at some point. So, yeah, it's... I think in general, selling Kane ahead of selling De Bruyne is probably preferable in most... Well, I say in most scenarios, in a lot of scenarios, but it is going to depend on your setup. To be honest. Right, let's see what else we've got in this chat. Okay, super chat from Nikyle. Almiron to Odegaard, done. Triple captain Rashford, got Bruno. Gameweek 20. Hey, I like it. Sounds like we've got a pretty similar team, Nikyle. And then final super chat here for now from Digbit. View on Somerville. Fit again, cheap, great before. I like him. I do like him. I think he is going to start eating into the minutes of some other players. The problem is, like, it's not going to be straight away for Somerville, is it? He hasn't got great fixtures. We've got the double this week, but look, he's not going to be playing too many minutes over this double. Next week, he's got Man United again. So I don't think it's quite time to jump on those kind of players, those Leeds players that you're not convinced by the game time. It's going to be a bit crazy at Leeds. We've got Harrison, who's now staying at the club. We've got Sinisterra. We've got Somerville. We've got Nonto. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Could be a little bit of rotation. Ben Story says, hi Dan, I've done KDB to Bruno for 1 free transfer. Do I stick with that? Or from -4, do I do either Almiron to Mitoma / Martinelli / Saka or Mitro to Nketiah? I'll probably stick with... what do I stick with what you got? I would be tempted by I'm guessing you've already got... you already got Odegaard because you haven't mentioned him. Almiron, if you can do a -4 straight transfer from Almiron to Saka, and that doesn't impact any of your future plans in terms of budget, because obviously that is you're adding, what's the price difference there? 2 million? You're upgrading a player with 2 million. As long as you don't need that 2 million in the future for anything, or can't figure out a way of using that 2 million in the future for anything, then Almiron to Saka for a -4 I would do, because you imagine that Saka outscores Almiron this game week, and it is also a transfer that you're probably going to have to make next game week anyway in order to get that Arsenal triple up. Mitro to Nketiah is obviously an option as well, but you would say that the upgrade from Almiron to Saka is more significant than the upgrade from Mitro to Nketiah. Nketiah is still the better pick. In a 1v1, Nketiah is the better pick than Saka, in my opinion. But the upgrade from Almiron to Saka is more significant than the upgrade from Mitro to Nketiah. So, I think I would seriously consider that upgrade. Almiron to Saka, even from -4. TT says Edison or Ward. I think you just back Edison, to be honest. Yeah, back Edison. Like, I know it looks a good fixture on paper against Aston Villa for Ward, but I don't think it is really. Like, guys, by the way, look at Aston Villa's results. They are no mugs. 1-0 against Southampton, 2-1 against Leeds. We ignore the FA Cup. Oh, actually, we don't ignore the FA Cup because Stevenage is a local town of mine. I might go watch some Stevenage games. I might go and watch the next Stevenage game, if I'm honest. If they're playing at home. Are they playing at home? Let's see. They're playing away. Okay, looks like I'm not. Oh wait, no, that's just in the league. All right, where's the FA Cup fixture? Has it been drawn yet? Yeah, it's been drawn, I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe someone let me know in the chat. I might go. If it's a home game, I might go to it. Stevenage only 20 minutes away from where I live. But yeah, okay. Aside from that, back on point. 1-0, 2-1, 1-1, 2-0. You know, that's in the last 4 Premier League games, they've only dropped 2 points. Did lose to Liverpool on Boxing Day. But aside from that, since the break, they've been, you know, quietly quite good. Winning the games. You know, like Southampton have been quite good recently. Leeds have been improved. Spurs are Spurs, but, you know, they still are Spurs. So, look, I don't think Aston Villa are mugs. I feel like they can score against Leicester. Let's see, I guess. N. Shep with £5 super chat. Need to get rid of Cancelo, but don't know who for. Don't have Shaw. Okay. But already have Rashford and Martial. Was thinking of Villa defender for 25 and 28. You only have, unless you're getting Bruno Fernandes, and you're very keen on getting Bruno Fernandes, then just do Cancelo to Shaw. Yeah, just do either do Cancelo to Shaw or get Bruno Fernandes and keep Cancelo and put him on your bench. Those are your 2 options, then, Shep. I think, really. I don't think you need to move to a Villa defender, particularly if you're going to bench them anyway. There's no need to rush that decision, I don't think. So, yeah, I would just, if you're not getting Fernandes, just get Shaw. Easy peasy. Okay. Let's close down this poll, because as Jandre is pointing out, we got some stats here. All right, so according to our stats, our poll, we've got 2,000 votes, over 2,000 votes. When are you using your triple captainship? Already used it, 23%. Gameweek 22, 52%. Gameweek 23, 8%. So hardly anyone using it on Haaland next game week. And then 16% waiting for a future double game week. So it's a landslide, basically. If you've still got your triple captainship, it's pretty much a landslide to use it on 22. And Sheba, yeah, you're getting out the Man United players later. Deal with it later. Shaw should get, you know, minimum 1 clean sheet in this double game week. You know, you will make enough points from Luke Shaw this game week for it to be, you know, it will more than make up for the fact that you might have to take a -4 later to get to remove him, in theory. Cucurella on the bench list. He's already there, my friend. He's there. Right, nestled right next to Dunk and Thiago Silva. Can we compare Saka, Ødegaard predicted points? Yeah, I believe Ødegaard is higher, but we'll have a look anyway. So, predicted points for this game week among our Arsenal boys. Nketiah coming in first, 6.5. Then Ødegaard 6.4. Saka 6.1. Martinelli 5.4. And then a big drop. And this is like something that's really interesting. Is why I'm one of the reasons why I'm trying to go for an Arsenal triple up for next game week. The Arsenal attackers' predicted points are consistently higher, and their underlying numbers, and their actual FPL scores. To be fair, maybe barring Martinelli more recently, but You know, these players are like, you know, these attackers are moving mad. They're good. Right. Yeah, we've got a few more players to add to the bench list. Bailey, Martial. Did I put Mings on there? No, I didn't, but we will put him on. I feel like Mings is kind of a last resort in a way. Bailey and Martial. Bailey is an attacker I would back her. So let's put him here. Looking good at the moment. Martial, like, straight to the top. Head of Mitoma. Easy. Doesn't even really need to go on the bench list, to be honest. In fact, does he really need to? Does Martial need to be on the bench list? A few people are asking for him, to be fair. All right, White. Well, people are asking for Gabriel. I'm going to put Gabriel ahead of White. In fact, would I put him ahead of Botman and Byrne? I think I would. I'm going to put Gabriel there. Dina, bro, is not even fit, is he? Is Dina fit yet? I don't think he is. Was he back in training? Who's back? He's back. He's not going to play though. He's not going to play. Probably anyway. March for the bench list. Oh, we are filling up the bench list here with some players. All right, March. March can go here. Toney. All right, we need to shrink down the font. I didn't realise how many, like, that these players were dilemmas. So Toney, I would put. I think I'd back him probably more than I would Nonto. Would I? What's that cap? No. No, I think I would. Any early Reece James news? Oh, no, I haven't. No, but I will. I probably should check. Let's, who would be given said news? Oh, we are zoomed hella out. Who would be given that? Well, I'm following a few early team news people, so hopefully it should just come up on my timeline at some point or another. We'll keep checking. We'll keep checking the in there. Greenwood at Leeds? No, don't play him. Like, 1 pointer incoming. Well, I honestly would put him like dead last. Dead last. Mount is not going on there. Sell Mount. Nketiah vs Mahrez. No, that's too easy. Nketiah's going here. I think he's going there, which tells me that maybe I should be selling Toney and getting Nketiah this week. I shouldn't I? Oh, I wish I knew what to do with that one. Maybe I should ask you guys and let you guys make the decision for me. Then I don't have to take any responsibility for whether it goes wrong or not. Right. Mason, more about Mason Greenwood. I don't think we'll talk about that today. Kane, Nketiah and Almiron to Bruno. Yeah, like the sound of that. Sounds pretty good. Please put Callum Wilson. Oof, do I have to? Sell Callum Wilson to Nketiah. Even if it takes a -4, do it. Shouldn't even be on there. Shouldn't even be in your team. Sell him. Almiron's already on there somewhere. There he is, down there. Wilson can go... Wilson could go in back the attacker territory, I guess. Let's put him here. And then hope for a penalty, I guess. Oh, do it, Dan. Then I can laugh at you when Nketiah gets injured. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. What are Arsenal's double game week fixtures? They play Brentford and then Man City. I would buy Nketiah this week. To be fair, did the move myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to potentially have treble Arsenal. I mean, look, there's always next game week to do the same move, right? Unless you think there's going to be price changes. I don't know how likely that is. Ooh. Modric. Ugh. Since so many of you guys are asking, I guess we'll put him in. Let's put him here. Since we have to. Stay with Toney and roll or get Nketiah. Now, people keep asking me this. And I know why. Because you know that I don't know the answer. I can't tell you. I actually cannot give you the answer to that one. I don't know. I have a phone charger in here. I need to charge my phone. Shall we put it to the vote? Shall we put it to the vote? Do I even trust you guys with the vote like this? All I'm going to put as the question is who scores more points in game week 22? Nketiah versus Everton away, or Toney versus Southampton at home. I would like you guys to answer that poll question as honestly as you can. I don't know what the answer is. I genuinely do not know what the answer is. The predicted points suggests that it's going to be close-ish, but it's going to be Nketiah. So Nketiah is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth highest predicted, and Nketiah is Toney highest. Toney is 7th highest predicted. Both way ahead of Kane, by the way. Surely you can't bet against Sean Dyche. Look, the thing is, it's not like I understand the Dyche factor, but it's not like Everton are suddenly going to be miraculously become an amazing team. And this is Arsenal we're talking about, the best team in the Premier League. I know that's going to rustle a few feathers, me saying that, but look, it's out there. If we look since the break at the numbers here in terms of defences, and I think this is where the predicted points tool is skewing it in favour of Nketiah, is the fact that if we go expected goals conceded, best to worst, Southampton are very high on expected goals conceded since the break. They have had very favourable fixtures, and they have also underperformed. Significantly. So expected goals conceded 1.1 per appearance. Actual goals conceded per appearance 2, or close to 2 at least, because that's rounded up. So Southampton, yes, they look like they're going to keep clean sheets, but they just can't do it. Everton, on the other hand, looks like a significantly worse defence, but it's an away fixture. And yes, of course, we do have to consider Sean Dyche, don't we? Michael says, Arsenal's attack is way better than Brentford, so chances are Nketiah will outscore Toney. But that's not quite how it works, is it? Arsenal attack is better than Brentford's. Arsenal will probably score more goals than Brentford, you would say as well. But Arsenal's goals are carved up a little bit more. So let's have a look here. So if we just go to forward since game week 17, since they've both been starting, we look at Nketiah and Toney showing these selected players and look at goal involvement. This is actual goal involvement, not expected goal involvement. To be fair, expected goal involvement is a little tighter, but Toney is involved in twice as many goals as Nketiah, in their own respective teams. But yes, Arsenal score more goals, but Toney is involved in more goals. So for every 2 goals, well, basically for every 3 goals that that Arsenal score, Nketiah will score 1 of those 3 goals. For every 3 goals that Brentford score, Toney is involved in 2 of them. Nketiah has much better numbers. Much better numbers. Even if we go per start, I know Toney is like played 1 game less, but you can see here. Look, Nketiah taking more shots on target, more shots in the box, more big chances, more XG. Everything's looking good, and this is why I'm thinking Nketiah is probably the better pick, right? But Toney's actual output is better. If you only need a lucky penalty, and Toney is your boy all of a sudden. It's so hard, man. This is it's closer than I think people think. Well, than the algorithms are saying anyway. Super chat from Ty says Mahrez and Estepinian or Zinchenko / Gabriel and Almiron. Ooh, tough question. Does it have to be one of those 2? I don't think I'd be going for a Brighton defender. I don't really like Brighton's defence, really. And yes, they might keep a clean sheet against Bournemouth, but long term, this is not going to be a player you're going to use very often. And they blank in 25. So I do prefer going for Gabriel. But obviously, we don't want Almiron too much, do we? Is there any other options? Do we have to go for Estepinian? I mean, maybe you want to. It's got attacking potential there. You know what? Hey, let's... As long as you can make sure you're tripled up on Arsenal by next week, let's say Mahrez and Estepinian, because Mahrez you are going to want for the double as well. Nketiah plays a better team. Well, I mean, underlying numbers suggest that Nketiah does not play the better team. He plays the worst team. On paper. Well, statistically. Underlying statistically. So this is a tough one. It's a really tough one. Don't know. Scott says, chances are they're going to be fairly close this week. Personally, I wouldn't risk it for an injury this week. It's a good point. It's a good point. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like for my own peace of mind, that maybe I'll just stick with Toney. See what happens. Hope for a penalty. Like I say, Southampton, their numbers are good defensively, but they're not. That's a lot to do with the fact they've played some pretty favourable fixtures. I mean, Arsenal haven't had, really bad fixtures either. Over the last few. So has the fact that Nketiah has been doing this well against some of these teams like Newcastle and Spurs were involved in that, weren't they? Man United, don't know. Everton's numbers are bad. Have they had bad fixtures? Has that been impacting that? Not really. West Ham, Southampton, Wolves in there. Oh, that does not help my decision. Oh dear, that swings me back in favour of Nketiah. 25 minutes to decide. Oh, this is why I have not missed FPL. I have missed it, but I have not missed these scenarios. Do I do this for a -4? He's an Arsenal player as well. It would be nice to back the boys, I guess. Would be nice. This is for a hit. But it's a hit I'm taking, whether it's this game week or next game week. I'm taking this hit either way. I don't know. Can I answer some of your guys' question and then not think about my own decisions? Let's do that. I'm just going to put it off until 5 minutes before the deadline and see if the server crashes. If the server... In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll try and make the transfer 1 minute till deadline. If the server crashes and I can't make the move, then that is the universe telling me that I shouldn't be making the transfer. I think that is the way to do it. And then, if it, you know, if Toney outscores Nketiah, I'll just say, hey, I kept Nketiah, I kept the points, I'm an absolute legend and a beast at FPL. And if like... Nketiah outscores Toney and it doesn't go through for whatever reason, I can just say, well, listen, I tried to make the transfer, but the servers didn't let me, so really, I should be up points and I'll take the moral victory. Fake ID says, shall I triple captain Rashford this game week or save it for later? Well, I'm triple captain Rashford. If you would like to join me, please feel free. Scythe says, Havertz to Nketiah for a -4. I think so, yeah. Or do it next week. If you're going to take a -4 this week or next week, you're going to take a -4 either way, then I would make that move. Feel like Havertz could be a differential against Fulham at home. Of course it can be a differential, but it's more important to get points than differentials. Nketiah predicted points against Everton, 6.5. Havertz, 4.8. A little bit... That's a little bit of an easier one than my Nketiah versus Toney dilemma. Because it's, you know, I would say like Havertz, Watkins, maybe Kane, probably not. Welbeck, Mbeumo, Adams, Wilson, Mitrovic, Calvert-Lewin, Wood, Vardy, all of these players I would sell for Nketiah. Darwin I would sell for Nketiah. Nonto I would genuinely, no, I'd keep Nonto. I'd keep all of these players above, obviously. I think Toney is the only player where it's like a 50-50 decision. Everyone else, it's like sell them for Nketiah, right? Even for a hit. If Nketiah picks up an injury before game week 23, you'd wish you start with Toney? Yes, yes. If Toney gets a penalty, I would wish that I'd gone for Toney. I don't know. Don't overthink it. Go with your heart. Go with the... yeah, I don't really like going with my heart. Is Almiron for Ødegaard for a -4 worth it this week? Yeah, I would do that. Start White or Martinelli? Start Martinelli. Back the attacker. Who should I bench out? Actually, let's just get... A lot of you guys are asking bench questions. Let's throw the bench list on screen. Hopefully that should answer some questions. Hopefully. Anyway. By the way, guys, I worked out that the last couple of seasons, I've smashed it on the triple captain. I think I've got triple captain luck over the last 2 seasons. Because last year had Salah 28 points, amazing. The year before I got Gundogan on 19 points. And he didn't even play both of the games in the double game week because he got injured in that first game. He scored 19 points and then got injured in the first game. So maybe that's, you know, at the time I felt a little bit unlucky really, but 28 points and 19 points in the last 2 seasons, that's pretty nice. And you know what? It's going up in multiples of by 9s. Multiples of 9. 18. 27. You know what comes next, guys? No, 28, sorry. No, what comes next? 37 points. That's right, isn't it? Yes. 18, 27, 28, 37. Is that how many points we get him? If he's going up by 9 every year? Can you imagine 37 points, triple captain? That'd be mad. Oh, Estepinian on the bench list. Did we not already put him in? No, we didn't. Okay. I think I would probably put Estepinian because of his attacking threat. I wouldn't put him higher than some of these other guys. But let's put him like there. Right. Dazzle says, here's a question. McDonald's or KFC or a takeaway for dinner? I would say KFC. Triple captain over bench boost. Yes. Yeah. There'll be better opportunities, I think, for a bench boost than this week. No, it was 19 to 28. 19, then 28. If it's going +9 every week, which I think it is, or every year, there's 37 this year. Matt says White to United defender and Martial, or in. Oh no, no, I wouldn't make that transfer, Matt. Your thoughts on Fernandes, Rashford, and Casemiro for a -4, then bench Mitrovic? Yeah, I like it. I'd rather have Shaw than Casemiro if possible, but it's not always going to be possible. Is Mudryk starting? Oh, I don't know. Have we got any early team news yet? Brennan Johnson on the bench list. Sell Brennan Johnson for a -4 and get Nketiah. That's where he's going. I don't think we have got early team news still. Would you bench Ward or Edison this game week? I'll bench Ward. I never trust Ward. Oh, confirmed transfers -4. I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know. I hate this, man. I hate this. When he put De Bruyne on the bench list, what? No, you play. I mean, he's got to go pretty high, De Bruyne, hasn't he? Next to Kane, maybe. We're not thinking about benching. No. Right, I'm ending the poll, by the way. Nketiah 57%, Toney 43%. So you guys are backing Nketiah, aren't you? You guys are backing Nketiah. Go with my gut. Don't know what my gut is saying. My gut is probably actually saying stick with Toney, to be honest. But I can't back it up. I can't back it up with numbers, and that's frustrating me. I play KDB over Mitoma. Yeah. Probably, yeah. When in doubt, do nothing. Ali, you're absolutely right. The only difference here is it's not a case of, I am going to do this at some point or another. So it's not like a doubt of whether I'm going to make this transfer or not. It's more of a case of when I make this transfer. It's happening this week or next game week. Without a shadow of a doubt. FPL chat's asking White versus March. They are both on the bench list. Can you find them on your screen? And that will give you your answer. I'm hoping. Do we have to put Mount on the bench list? All right, fine. Mason Mount. Let's put him here. Is Martial a top troll? Yes, definitely. Why is Ferguson so high up? Because if he's injured, he isn't going to play. And if he isn't injured, he's got a great fixture. What if Nketiah gets injured? What if this? What if that? What if I've just bought Bruno Fernandes and Ødegaard? What if they get injured? We can't think about that all the time, can we? There's no point in thinking about it. Unless we're talking about a very injury-prone player, which Nketiah is not. I don't think we need to really give any thought to it, really. Surely if you're going to take a hit, you might as well do it when playing the bottom team. Southampton are the team at the bottom of the table, aren't they? And Toney plays against the bottom team. It's not good. It's not good. I think they both scored, to be honest. Is Toney getting that ban? Don't know. Don't know. It doesn't look like it right now. It might happen in the future. Play Ake or Gabriel? That's easy, Jake. It's on the bench list, though. But I'll tell you anyway. It's Gabriel. Casemiro on the bench list? Nah, just play him. Like any Man United player you have, just play them. Unless they're like either injured or super rotation risk, just play them. Nketiah might get rotated with Trossard in the next double game week. I do not think so. How about James? Reece James? If you have Reece James, then yeah. I just feel like Reece James maybe gets 30 minutes, you know, gets some minutes at the end of this game tonight, and then we'll maybe get early team news. We'll see in the next sort of 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Don't know. I just can't see him starting this game week. But you know, hopefully we'll find out soon, and we won't have to guess on that one. I'll keep refreshing Twitter. See if we can find anything. Nothing so far. Still hovering over this one. 13 minutes. Oh no, I don't like this at all. My gut says keep Toney, but I can't back it up with numbers. I can't back it up. I hate this man. I hate this man. I wish someone could just give me the answer. Just give me the answer. I'm suffering, boys. I'm sorry. Over a stupid little game. It's more than a game to me. Joel says, tell me I did it right. Almiron to Somerville. Martinelli to Bruno. Next game week, Havertz to Nketiah. I mean, getting Bruno is nice. Somerville is not going to get minutes. I mean, I'm guessing Somerville was like super cheap now. Has he gone down in price? Oh, he's down to 4.2, so he has gone down a lot. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think Somerville gets minutes this game week? I guess it's possible, isn't it? I wouldn't be banking on him too much, though. I mean, look, Martinelli to Bruno works, I guess. Hopefully you're still going to be able to get that triple up on Arsenal next week. Right, the -4 for me, by the way, is irrelevant because I'm taking a -4 this week or I'm taking a -4 next week. I'm always going to take a -4 to do Toney to Nketiah. So the fact that it's for a -4 is irrelevant. So that's why I put in like the question, who's scoring more points in Game Week 22? That's the only thing that matters. Who is scoring more points in Game Week 22? So it doesn't matter if I think it's going to outscore him or not. I lose 4 points either way. That's part of the transfer plan. Oh, God. I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to wait one more week. Or am I? God damn it, man. God damn it. I have... It's only going to take a penalty. FPL Scout selection has Toney in it. Oh, don't tell me that. When in doubt, do nothing. Yeah. If you keep Toney, we'll have one more game to watch. True. I shouldn't really factor into FPL decisions, but I like your thinking. Ten minutes to make a mind up. I know. I don't want this. Look, Arsenal are going to beat Everton, aren't they? This is wrong. My heart says Toney, my brain says Nketiah. Maybe I should just... I don't know. God damn it. I'm not having fun. Guys. I'm not enjoying my time. Gee willikins. Kaz says Rashford captain Haaland or Salah vice. It doesn't really matter who your vice captain is that much, but I guess Haaland. What would you regret more? Keeping Toney and Nketiah scores big, or changing Toney? I would regret it more if I made the transfer. Or would I? Brad says bench Martinelli or White. I would probably bench White. Back the attacker. Hi Dan, I would like to replace Wilson before Gameweek 24. Already have Martial and can't go Nketiah due to Arsenal triple up. Who would you suggest? Ooh. That's tough. I don't know. Let's have a look at. Let's just see. My brain's not working, so I'm going to rely on AI to do my bidding. And maybe Nonto. Don't know. All right. So Haaland and Nketiah. Don't think Darwin. Kane you won't be able to afford. You already got Martial. Bamford as a bit of a punt. Little punt on Bamford. Little punt on Bamford. There you go. Maybe that's an option for you. If you're doing it this week anyway. But if you're doing it in the future, maybe not. Tom in China, I know the flip a coin trick. I can tell you already, it's not gonna work on this one. This is really that tight. It's really that tight. Are you triple captain in Rashford? Please reply. If you've watched like one of my videos or read one of my tweets at any point in the last week, you will know the answer to that. Jesus. Right. I've not got long. Shall I just do it? Shall I just do it? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Like what? Like never back the early kickoff. Who's early kickoff is the tonight one, right? Surely, or are we counting the Everton Arsenal tomorrow morning? Well, go with the poll of the chat. The poll did say Nketiah. Nyla says my 9-year-old daughter Isla is going for triple. Is your name Nyla and your daughter's called Isla? That's good fun. Should we do it? Some people saying don't do it. Some people saying do it. I think the do it gang is more vocal. Oh. Swung in favour of the don't do it gang. Doesn't matter that I'm doing it for a hit. I'm doing it for a hit this week or I'm doing it for a hit next game week. It doesn't matter. The fact that it's a hit, it doesn't matter. So take that out of the equation. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, don't do it for a hit, don't do it for a hit. I either do it for a hit this week or I do it for a hit next week. So it doesn't matter. Why is the chat so divided? Oh, do what you think is right. What I think is right is to go for Nketiah, but my heart is saying keep Toney. Oh my word, why is the chat so divided? Why is... Oh... Oh... Hang on. I've got a phone call. I've got a phone call from Eddie and Nketiah. Yeah. Oh, hello, Eddie. Yes. Oh, what? Oh, Eddie, you're scoring a hat trick tomorrow. What? Really? Have you heard of what Toney's scoring this week? Has he scored a hat? He's not. Well, Toney is scoring one though. But you're saying you're gonna score a hat trick. All right. Cheers, Eddie. I appreciate you giving me a call. You must be tuning into the stream and you overheard me. All right. Well, look, mate. If you're saying you're going to score a hat trick tomorrow, then I back you. All right, mate. Right, cool. I'll catch you later, buddy. Right. Bye. Well, there we go. There we go. It's done. done. Like, no going back now. I've taken the decision away from me. I'm just saving myself the stress. It's done now. It's done. Oh my Christ. Oh, right. Let's just make sure that everything's looking good. Yeah, there we go. We're locked in. Oh. There we are. Okay. Bad Panda with a super chat says, "Hi Dan, you did so good last season. Heights that most of us dream about. Don't stress too much. What do you think? I transferred Bruno Mars in, De Bruyne, Almiron out. I have no Arsenal defender. I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine, Bad Panda. And thank you very much for the super chat. As long as you get your triple up on Arsenal next game week, I think you're all good." Christ on a cracker. Don't know. Don't know if I've done right. I don't know if I've done the right thing here. I don't know. We'll see. One of those things. The great thing is now I'm tripled up on Arsenal. I don't need to worry about that anymore. It's a thing of the past. And hopefully Toney is going to do his classic no goals, no assists, 1 yellow card. 1 pointer. Isla H agrees with me. Good. Good. Well, look, at the end of the day, it was Eddie himself who told me to well, thoughts on the giant prop telephone. I'm going to start bringing visual gags to the channel, apparently. So, giant prop telephone. I've got a few other bits and bobs. Maybe we'll bring them out at various points in various streams. So, yeah, we are resorting to prop comedy, apparently. Because we're running out of ideas. There's only so much you can do to keep FPL content fresh. Oh my word. Right, we are very close to the deadline here, guys. I'm going to flash the bench list on screen right now. It's a good job I continued that sentence and didn't stop it at "I'm going to flash." We've completed that with the bench list on screen. Good thing. Yeah. There's your bench list. What visual gags for the show team, gang? Well, you'll have to find out. I've locked in my transfers today already. There's not really much point in trolling the show team, gang. Dan, how's Mrs. FPL Mate doing with her team? She's not playing and doing amazingly. She hasn't made a single transfer since game week 15. And she's like, I don't know, like her rank is just shooting up. It's mental. Shows you everything about FPL this year, really, doesn't it? Right, Reece James starts. Okay, there we go. We've got some last-minute team news. I don't know where it is, but I think we're a bit too late to do anything about it. But there we go. Yeah, we have got early Chelsea news. Actually, you guys are probably interested anyway. So, who was it? Team news and ticks, I'm guessing? Team news and ticks. What the hell is he saying? Oh, it's on Instagram again. It's all the capsules at the top of the mini league. Is it this? That's not this. Stories? Oh. There you go. Oh. It's actually C345 Sam. We're locked in, by the way, guys. We are locked in. The deadline has passed. And Toney is going to outscore Nketiah this game week. Probably now. Inevitably. Enzo starts, apparently, as well. And if you guys, if you guys are getting team news anywhere, do... Oh, it says it here, right here. Modric, Enzo Fernandez starts. Reece James starts. Yeah. If you see anything else, do let me know, and we'll have a look at it. Although, to be honest... To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to stick around today because I quite like to go to the pub. I've been thinking about it all day. I'd like to go to the pub to watch the football today. So maybe I won't stay on an extra half an hour today. I don't know. Can I have your permission to go early, please? Please, sir. Sirs. And madams. May I please depart early? Maybe. Deary me. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it early today. Well, to be fair, we started half an hour early, so I've done an hour and a half shift. We've done our shift. Marco says, Toney 10 points and Nketiah 5 points. Don't say that to me. Bamford will start. Yeah, he will. Go to the pub. You guys are giving me permission. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. You legends. You legends. And I'll use the lovely super chats from today. We got some nice super chats today, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll use that as our beer money tonight, I think. Thank you very much. Right, all right, we're going to call it there, guys. Make sure you leave a like before you disappear. Really appreciate chatting to you guys, as always. I know it was a bit of a stressful one. I appreciate that. I probably did get caught in my own head a little bit just with the Toney versus Nketiah debate, and maybe I wasn't in top form necessarily. But I feel like we answered a lot of questions. We got a lot of decisions made. I feel like we had a lot of good discussion as well. Had a look at some stats, had a look at some numbers, we saw what robots are up to. That's always fun to see what the robots are doing. Go to the pub, but be home by 10 p.m. I will not. I'll be home by 10:30. But yeah, thank you for tuning in tonight, this evening. Appreciate it. Enjoy the football. Good luck this game week. I hope you score loads of points. As long as you don't score more points than me, I will be happy. But aside from that, guys, yeah, take care, enjoy, and I'll see you later, mates. Bye-bye.